Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are well and you're remaining safe. Thank you for tuning in into the Sisterhood Podcast. I'm Tiana, your host. Let's get into it. So, today I want to talk about something that is very hard for a lot of us to do, especially when we have been done wrong and all we've done was try to do right by the person, the people, the places, and the thing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that needs to be done because it sets you free. It is not for the other person, it is for you. And it's something that God wants us to do because when we think about it, He forgives us on a daily basis. Now, don't get me wrong, it's easier said than done, but forgiveness is something that we all need to do. Because if we don't forgive, we may hold that resentment and it can cause mental problems, physical problems, and heart problems. So if you are not in a place of forgiveness, I'm going to pray and hope that God touches your heart to forgive whatever that needs to be forgiven. And speaking of that, for those that don't know, I watch crime shows. That's just one of my things. And I was watching a particular crime show called For My Man. And on this episode, it's a young woman who meets this guy, and her and the guy begin to date and they get into a relationship. Well, this guy, he loses his job and he asks her to rob her children's father and her grandmother. Well, she knew it was wrong, but she did it anyway. What happens is, and trying to make this long episode of a story short, guilt sets in and she turns herself in. On the flip side of this episode, I saw an amazing thing happen in regards to forgiveness. Okay, so with this episode, you would expect for her to go to prison, but her grandmother wrote in on her behalf and she only received 50 months of probation. This girl could not believe the love and compassion her grandmother showed her after she did what she did. At this point, she's now rebuilding her relationship with her grandmother and her family. This is how God is with us. Remember, I said before, we all need to forgive because God forgives us daily. Even when we do wrong, He still shows us love, compassion, grace, mercy, and all those things that we really don't deserve. So if God does it for us, we need to do it for the other person. Not saying that you have to communicate with them and things like that, but you do need to forgive them because again, God forgives us on a daily basis. God never changes. He loves us so much that He sent His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. So with all that being said, y'all, let's forgive. I know it's easier said than done, but it's something that we must do. Forgiveness is for you and not the other person. Set your mind, set your soul, set your spirit free, and forgive. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you the next time. Go in peace and be blessed.